Right, let's all Hi guys, welcome to today's lesson on how to play the rhythm parts from Morning Glory. I'm still a little bit sick, so hopefully I won't be too sniffy. I am a little bit bunged up though, so I apologise, and I'm breathing a bit heavily, so I apologise for that as well. I've moved the camera a little further away and used the zoom function a bit, so hopefully it's not too bad. So I'm going to try and go through all the rhythm sections. There aren't actually that many, so I'm going to do the best I can. I'm also going to talk a little bit about the way they played it live, which was often slightly differently. Okay, so in the album version, there's these bends at the start. Now I've got it tabbed in my book at 3rd fret, which works absolutely fine. That's a D note there, and I'm bending it very slowly to an E note. So it would be 3, 3, 3, 3 with a bend. And you've got an E note over the top of that bend. Okay, that's the idea. It doesn't sound quite right because actually I'd play it all the way down here at 12. Okay, so I'd go, 12 to 15. To me, that's much more the album version. Okay, live they didn't do it anyway, but just that's how I do it. So it'd be 15, 15, 15, and then a bend on 15. You know, very, very, very kind of slow bend. Okay, so it's tabbed here in the book, but I would probably play it at 15. To me, that sounds like the perfect place to play it. Nice and easy start. We're going to do that bit again right after the solo. It's exactly the same. So you're playing it 8 times through, I think, at the beginning of the song. So that's all it is, basically. It's just to play 3 notes and then pick it a 4th time and bend it. Simple. Okay, so the main riff of this song is going to be... Okay, we're going to do this now, and we're also going to do this in the chorus. So we're going to do it through 4 times before we kick in with the first verse. Whilst this is going on, in the live versions, the other guitar player would be playing just an E minor to D. So the first bar is E minor, and you basically go to D right on the final beat of the previous bar. So it wouldn't be the first beat of the second bar, it'd be right at the and of 4 on the first bar. And that's the chords underneath. It's pretty much most of the song is that. Let's do the riff. Open E string, then I'm going to play A and D. I'm going to play them both with my first finger. It's going to be basically an E power chord, but I'm going to separate it. E note, as I say, first, then I'm going to play the A and the D together. Then I'm basically going to work up the scale effectively. 3rd fret on the E string, I'm going to use my middle finger, then open A, 2nd fret A, open D. And that's where now, because we hit the open D, it's suggesting a D chord is the idea. I'm then going to do what is effectively a D sus2. 2nd fret on the G string, I use my ring finger for that B string 3rd fret. You can obviously play it like that, that's fine. I play it like that because that's obviously how you play a normal D. And I'm going to play that 3 times. I play them all down. We want that E string to ring out, yeah? Yeah, it's in tune, just about. Anyway, sorry. And 3 of those. Then I'm going to slide into 3 from 2. Then 2nd fret. Then open. That's all on the high E string. And then 3rd fret. And you're going to say you do that 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Okay, as I say, that's kind of the main riff of the song, and that's also going to be done in the chorus. So, verse. So all your dreams are made when you're chained to the mirror with your razor blade. Okay, so that's the first line of the verse. Again, chords underneath that E minor to D. And when they're playing live, that's what Noel Gallagher was playing there, was just literally E minor to D. Okay, you could even make it a minor 7 to give it a bit more of an Oasis sound, but that's all he's doing. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the riff, which is in the album version. Basically, it's the same first bar of the riff. Open E string, 2nd fret on the A and D, 3rd fret on the E string, open A, 2nd fret A, open D. Then we're going to go to this D sus2 shape, but we're actually not going to play the E string this time. We're going to play the open D string instead. So it's a D power chord, a D5. Okay, I'm going to play it the same fingers. I'm just going to make sure I deaden that high E string. Okay, and it's going to be 7 of them. And And again, I down pick all of those. It sounds to me like it's a down pick. That seems like the best way to do it, okay? So it's just like that twice through. Third time, we actually do the first bar exactly the same. And then the second bar is slightly different. We do 6 of these D power chords, these D5s. Then you move your first finger up a string and you're going to hit an A power chord. It's going to be open A string, 2nd fret D string. Then open A string. Then I'm going to put my ring finger, 3rd fret on the B string. I'm going to pick up open E, 3rd fret B, open G. Do that twice. Okay, so let me just play that 3rd time. Good work, Paul. 3rd fret then on the A string, and then I'm going to do the same thing, picking up open E, 3rd fret B, open G. Then I'm going to play an extra G, so I've got an extra half a note to spare. And that is basically that. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bar sequence. That's exactly what you'd expect. And you do that, okay, and that's basically your verse sequence. And you basically do that twice through for your verse. There's your verse. Now we've got kind of the pre-chorus, okay? So now we're going to go, the chord sequence now would be D sus2 to C add 9. Okay, so I should say actually that chord sequence would change there as you'd go. And that's the chord sequence, so it's E minor to D to A7 sus4 to C add 9, okay? So now we're going to do just D sus2 to C add 9. Again, we can just strum it, and we do that 3 times basically, but we're going to go through the picking pattern that they do in the album version. So D sus2 again, just as we did earlier, 2nd fret on the G, 3rd fret on the B. Open D, 2nd fret on the G, open E, 3rd fret on the B. I'm really not sure that my E string is in tune. And then we're going to start again. Open D, 2nd fret B, 3rd fret G. Okay, so then I'm going to move my middle finger up, 3rd fret on the A string. So now we're suggesting C add 9. So it's going to be 3rd fret on the A, as I say. Then we'll hold that for an extra half a beat longer than everything else. So it goes across the bar. Then open G, open E, 3rd fret on the B. Then 3rd fret A, open G, 3rd fret B, open G. Let me just play that through slowly. So when we do that, so it's a 2 bar sequence which we do 3 times in a row, just exactly the same. Then on the kind of bars 7 and 8 of the pre-chorus, as it would be, right, 1, 2, yeah. We're going to do a similar arpeggio but slightly different with this D. So I'm going to keep the same shape. We're now going to be suggesting more of a D power chord though, because we're not going to play the open E string. So it's going to be open D, 2nd fret G, then B string, then back to G, then keep going D, G, B. Okay, so then we're going to hold that D, that final open D there. Just for a little bit longer. So there's 8 notes in that first bar, and the 8th one we hold for an extra half a beat because it goes across the bar. Then we're going to carry on in the second bar on the and of 1. 2nd fret G, 3rd fret B, 2nd fret G, and then 3rd fret on the B, 2nd fret on the G. So it's all still the same shape, haven't moved my fingers. Open D, then I'm going to get my first finger up to that 2nd fret on the A string, which is a B note, and we get that change of feel. Then I'm going to move to a B power chord, B bar chord, sorry. 2 on the A, then 4, 4, 4 on the D, the G and the B, and then 2 on the E. Okay, we hold that 2 that we've just played for an extra half a beat. Again, it goes across the bar. You're probably getting a vibe of how we're going to do it. Then I'm basically going to do 15 down strums of this B chord, and I'm going to crescendo. I'm going to get louder as I go. And that B chord is the final bit as we go into the chorus, okay? So, obviously if you're strumming the chords underneath, it would be D sus2 to C add 9 3 times in a row, then 2 bars of D, and just before we hit that B, okay? And you just play that B the same. Chorus. Chorus is the same riff, as I said earlier, as that first riff. We're going to do... that's the first part of the chorus. It's exactly the same as that intro riff. Then the second part's a little different. We're going to play an A sus4. So we're going to play second fret on the second fret on the G, second fret on the D, second fret on the G, third fret on the B, and then an open E. So first thing I'm actually going to do is play an open A string. Then I'm going to strum down on the other 4 strings. That's second fret D, second fret G, third fret B, open E. Okay. Then I'm going to hold that and I'm going to go up, down, same shape. Then I'm going to move to C add 9 and do another up strum. Okay, so that's it, kind of more rhythmically correct. Then I'm going to do exactly the same bit as I've done before, but not in a D shape, with a C add 9 shape. Just going to leave my ring finger there, open G, open E, and that third fret on the B, 3 of those down strums, and then that's a slide in to third fret, second fret open, all on the E string, and then third fret on the B. So we end up with... Okay, so that is a 4-bar sequence for the chorus. So cool, sorry about that again. So that's a 4-bar sequence. So we basically do that 4 times. Now, first time through, on the 4th time through, so that would be the 16th bar, we slightly change it. We'd go, after we've gone, and we go into that bend. Now, as I say, to me, I do it at 15 on the E, so I would go, you could, that's why it's easier to do it there, and that's why I mentioned it earlier, but obviously, so you take out the completely, you just, and that's the same as before, or you could go, you get the idea, but that was rubbish. Anyway, so that's the bit. It's basically straight back into the intro there after that chorus. Then we do that 4 times through, and then we go into the solo, which I've already done a video on. Put a link in the description below for that. It's a cool solo actually. After the solo, we go straight back into the verse. Straight back in. There's nothing in between. It's just bam, verse. Okay, and then it's bam, pre-chorus, and then it's bam, chorus. Just exactly as we've done it before. Okay. Then, let me just turn the page so I can count how many times we're going to do it through. So we do the chorus basically the same, right? Except for we don't go back into the... So we've done it 4 times through, just normal. So you just go... And then you just keep going. So it'd be 4, so that would be 5, 6 times basically through that. So it's a lot of bars. And then our outro, which we repeat to fade, which is a solo over, which I'll probably look at some point, is actually just the main riff again. Just that bit, just till you fade out, and that's it. That's the whole song. So yeah. Hopefully that all makes sense. I've tried to make it relatively quick. I've tried to, keep the tempo up in terms of me teaching it there. There's not a lot to this song, to be perfectly honest. And always you've got the chords underneath. It's mostly E minor to D through that, through the main riff, and then through the first part of the verse, and then you've got the A sus4 to C add 9, and that's it. I mean, that's basically, the exciting bit is when you get to play D sus2. It's really that simple. Really cool song though, it works really well, it sounds great. It's only 4 chords, but it's just fantastic, okay? So yeah, really love this one, definitely recommend learning this, playing along. As I say, you can really just do it with the chords. I mean, a real beginner could do the chords to this song, and the riff just makes it sound extra cool, and it's just that makes it that little bit more difficult. And obviously it's got a little bit of a killer solo as well. So hopefully you've enjoyed the lesson. As I say, I hope it doesn't be too quick, but I have tried to be relatively quick because I have a tendency to waffle on quite a lot. So, cool. Let me know what you think. Hopefully, yeah, just let me know if it's gone too quickly or if it's, if you like it when I try and speed through things a little bit. I've tried not to, sorry about that, I had a bit of a coughing fit. So, that's it basically. Really, really nice and simple song. It's 4 chords effectively. E minor, D, A sus4 and the C add 9. That's it. Obviously there's the odd D sus2. But realistically there's no reason a real beginner couldn't do this. And if you're a little bit more advanced, what Bonehead often did was he'd do the bar chord version. So he would do his E minor up here, 7th fret. Then he'd just do a normal A. And then a normal C, and you know, obviously you can do that as well if you're, especially if you're gigging it or something. If you're playing with a friend, it works really well. It would still work though, playing along with the track. Cool. So we got there. As usual, I really appreciate you guys watching it. It really helps me out if you like the video. It really helps if you comment on the bottom. Yeah, it's just really useful for allowing other people to see my videos, which I really like, and I really appreciate it. So it'd be great if you could do all that stuff. And I'm going to see you again for some more Oasis soon. I think Master Plan's next on my list, so that'll be the next one I do. See you soon. Bye bye.